Our cameras were there today as the city of Grand Rapids announced a 12-point plan to improve relations between the community and the police department. It includes hiring more minorities, enhancing officer training, studying racial profiling, and wearing body cams. It's not a done deal. It'll have to be approved by city commissioners.
New tonight at 6 o'clock, we're hearing that even though the police chief was involved in the discussions to create this plan, some inside the department feel like it's a kick in the gut. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker is live at Grand Rapids Police Headquarters tonight. Heather?
Yeah, Sue and Brian, as soon as this story aired, I actually got text messages from two of my sources inside the department. They were upset with the city, saying that they felt like the city was actually giving them a slap in the face for all the work that they've done. And tonight, I'm learning that feeling is also shared by the union president and others inside Grand Rapids Police Department. Are there any of the recommendations that you don't agree with, that you're not on board with?
There aren't. Some recommendations will be easier to implement than others, but they're all well thought out.
So you agree with all of them?
I agree with the need to take a look at the job we do. I think ultimately when we bring consultants in, I think what they're going to do is confirm what we already believe, which is that we do a fine job.
That's why the Grand Rapids Union president is upset. I spoke with Andy Bingle over the phone. He says he doesn't think this is necessary. He says we don't have a problem here in Grand Rapids and thinks the city is reacting to a small voice of concern. Plus, he's concerned about the $1.5 million price tag that could be used for something else. He wants the recommendations to go to a public vote. The head of the Grand Rapids Police Command Officers Association says he feels like it was a kick in the gut. He's unhappy that the recommendations didn't highlight all of the good work the department has done.
I've had the privilege to serve as a chief in 3 different states now, and I've never been surrounded by men and women who are as dedicated and as professional as the Grand Rapids Police Department. Having said that, we're not content to rest on our laurels.
This is a developing story. The next time commission will discuss this is 2 weeks from now at their next meeting. That's when the public will be able to weigh in. We, of course, will be following this. Live outside of Grand Rapids Police Department, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.
And Heather, I know they were putting up a unified front at that press conference today, but do you sense that there is some sort of split between the city manager and the police chief here?
Well, that's unclear at this point because I spoke with the police chief after the press conference. He was there during the press conference. So if there is a split, that's definitely not being talked about.
Heather Walker reporting live. Thank you, Heather.